The Life and Sad Ending of Gregory Hines. Gregory Oliver Hines was born in New York City on February 14, 1946, to Elma Lola and Maurice Robert Hines, a dancer, musician, and actor, and grew up in the Sugar Hill neighborhood of Manhattan's Harlem. Hines began tap dancing when he was 2 years old and began dancing semi-professionally at age 5. After that, he and his older brother Maurice performed together, studying with choreographer Henry Latang. Gregory and Maurice also studied with veteran tap dancers such as Howard Sims and the Nicholas Brothers when they performed at the same venues. The two brothers were known as the Hines Kids, making nightclub appearances at venues in Miami, Florida with Cab Calloway. They were later known as the Hines Brothers. When their father joined the act as a drummer, the name changed again in 1963. Hines was an avid improviser of tap steps, tap sounds, and tap rhythms alike. His improvisation was like that of a drummer, doing a solo and coming up with rhythms. He also improvised the phrasing of a number of tap steps, mainly based on the sounds produced. A laid-back dancer, he usually wore loose-fitting pants and a tighter shirt. Hines made his Broadway debut with the brother in The Girl in Pink Tights in 1954. He earned Tony Award nominations for Eubie, 1979, Coming Uptown, 1980, and Sophisticated Ladies, 1981, and won the Tony Award and Drama Desk Award for Jelly's Last Jam, 1992, and the Theatre World Award for Eubie. Hines performed as the lead singer and musician in a rock band called Severance, based in Venice, Los Angeles in 1975 and 1976. Severance was one of the house bands at an original music club called Honky Hoagie's Handy Hangout, otherwise known as the 4-H Club. Severance released their self-titled debut album on Largo Records in 1976. In 1986, he sang a duet with Luther Vandross called There's Nothing Better Than Love, which reached the #1 position on the Billboard R&B charts. His film and television career began in 1981 when Hines made his movie debut in Mel Brooks's History of the World Part 1, replacing Richard Pryor, who had originally been cast in the role but suffered severe burns in a house fire just days before he was due to begin shooting. Madeline Kahn, also starring in the film, suggested to director Mel Brooks that he look into Hines for the role after they learned of Pryor's hospitalization. He appeared in the horror film Wolfen later that year. Hines's peak as an actor came in the mid-1980s. He had a large role in The Cotton Club, 1984, where he and his brother Maurice played a 1930s tap dancing duo reminiscent of the Nicholas Brothers. Next, Hines co-starred with Mikhail Baryshnikov in the 1985 film White Nights, and co-starred with Billy Crystal in the 1986 buddy cop film Running Scared. He starred in the 1989 film Tap, opposite Sammy Davis Jr. He appeared in the highly successful 1995 film Waiting to Exhale. On television, he starred in his own sitcom in 1997, The Gregory Hines Show, which ran for 1 season on CBS, and he had a recurring role of Ben Doucette on Will and Grace. Hines often looked for roles written for white actors, saying, quote, preferring their greater scope and dynamics. His Will and Grace role, for example, never made reference to race. Of his role in Running Scared, he said that he enjoyed that his character had sex scenes because, quote, usually the black guy has no sexuality at all. Hines starred in the 1998 film The Tick Code. He voiced Big Bill in the Nick Jr. animated children's series Little Bill, which ran from 1999 to 2004. He won the Daytime Emmy Award for Outstanding Performer in an Animated Program for the role in 2003. In his personal life, Hines's marriages to Patricia Pennella and Pamela Coslow ended in divorce. He had 2 children, a son named Zach and a daughter named Daria, as well as a stepdaughter named Jessica Coslow. In 2001, Hines was diagnosed with liver cancer. He didn't inform his family, and only his closest friends knew. Sadly, on August 9, 2003, en route to the hospital from his home in Los Angeles, Hines died, age 57. Hines was buried at West Oak Memorial Gardens in Oakville, Ontario.